Hey gang, John Bacarella here with your Lake St. Clair ice dock fishing report, something like that, ice report. I guess it's an ice report. I guess it's maybe a dock report, dock fishing report as well. But anyways, it's a report. It's November 19th, and it's crazy that we're actually talking about ice. It's not walkable ice, but there is ice. So a lot of these canals, including the one behind the Selfridge store, do have ice now, some of the back bays, and I know some of you guys actually got on the ice in some places this weekend, and I would not recommend trying that. Definitely don't recommend trying that right now because that ice, it warmed up a little bit now. We're into the mid 40s today. I think it's going to be rain tomorrow and maybe mid to upper 40s, and so whatever ice is out there is going to be really, really skunky in a hurry. But you know what? We got ice in November 19th. Crazy. I drove around a little bit today. I was over at the Selfridge ramp a little bit, checked that out. I mean, there's a little bit of skim ice floating around. The back of the canal is frozen. Went down to Metro Beach, down into the back bay, or the marsh that everybody calls it back there. And remarkably, that was froze pretty darn good. Now, not walkable, but I mean, it was froze. There was very little visible open water on that side. The big boat basin on the other side is all skim ice, and the geese and the birds were all standing on top of the ice out there, so it's still ice covered. I'm going to guess that that's going to be gone here in the next 2 days, but it doesn't matter, guys. It's November 19th, and we've got ice out there, so she's ready to rock and roll. That water temperature down at Belle Isle was 35 degrees this morning, and amazingly, when I checked it a few minutes ago, there was no reading, so I'm thinking they might have maybe pulled that buoy out of there, so we're not going to probably get any water temp reports from here on out. But 35 degrees, the next cold snap, we're freezing, guys. So the next cold snap out here on the lake, we are going to be frozen. And then it's just going to be a matter of how much thickness we make. So this is going to truly be the ice report, and then the ice fishing report after that. There's a few guys chasing muskies out there, and they are getting some fatties, you know, the typical fall fish. But you know, with the lake right now, water clarity-wise, is pretty trashed from all that wind. Although it's gotten a little cleaner in the last couple of days. It was pretty flat calm out there today. But with the water temps as low as they are, you don't have the zebra mussels really doing that filtering. So it's going to take it a while to clean up. You know, so I think for most of you guys, anyways, it's, you know, deer hunting season, or you're done deer hunting, but your boats are probably getting put away and winterized, and that's probably over. Now, the dock fishing that I alluded to when I was struggling with ice fishing at the beginning, the dock fishing has been phenomenal. The guys are catching limits of crappies and bluegills in a lot of the marinas, not every day, but they are doing really well. Well enough that they ran us out of bait yesterday, which is crazy. We run out of spikes, but we did. But so the dock fishing has been really good. So if you've got a marina or a canal where you can get into, I would highly recommend taking advantage of this hot panfish bite that we have going right now. And with this little warm up that we're going to get, the bite ought to get really good here, because it's been kind of on and off. But anyways, it's been really good, nice sized fish, and lots of them for everybody to go around. Now, that's really all I've got at this point, guys. So next report, I'm going to try to give you a report as updates are needed, and that's going to be a lot of weather dependent. You know, it's just going to depend on what happens with the temperatures. Looking at the extended forecast, it really looks like we're not going to get the next blast of really cold air until the end of the month. So we're looking like outside on the 10-day forecast. But you know, it's Michigan. Anything could change. You know, we could get another one of these, what are they calling it, the polar coaster this year. We could get another one of these polar coaster plunges of Arctic air, and the next one we get, we're going to be fishing. I called up north. I did talk to Pilgrim's Village and asked them for an ice fishing report, and they laughed at me because they said the ice is too skinny up there. Even though guys were out on it this weekend, they were not recommending. So if you guys are going to head up north, go steelheading, take advantage of the warm up and go steelheading. I wouldn't plan on getting on the ice up there, and I would imagine it's the same thing up at Houghton, although I did not call up to Lyman's for this week. But I'm thinking they got pretty skinny ice up there as well. In most places, I wouldn't necessarily drive all the way up there chasing the ice unless we get another cold snap, and then everything, all bets are off. Everything's going to change. So that's all I've got for this week. And if you get a chance, get out there, take advantage of it. Short casting for walleyes. If there's no skim ice out there, you should be able to still do that. Guys jigging the river or hand line and whipping, they're still getting some fish. Although with these cold temps, man, that ain't for me. So take care, guys. We'll talk to you again later. Hey, if you like this video content and you want to get updated as soon as the next video is out there, hit that subscribe button and a little bell icon and you'll get notified as soon as the next video is up.